Express des Iles, the inter-island ferry service, will on July 9th celebrate 30 years of operations here in Dominica. This year, the company is celebrating under the theme 30 années ensemble ensemble. For 30 years, l'Express des Iles has bridged the gap between Dominica and the French islands of Guadeloupe, Martinique, Marie-Galante, and Les Saintes, with the inclusion of St. Lucia, bringing these islands together in tourism, trade, and developing relationships of the French and English-speaking people. HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has been the general agent in Dominica for l'Express des Iles for over 25 years, and Manager of Communications and Training, Kira Thompson-Aird, and Operations Supervisor in Shipping and Tours Department, Hans Victor, stated that the two companies have sustained a successful partnership.
When l'Express des Iles opted to come into Dominica, because of course Dominica forms a bridge between the French islands and St. Lucia, they approached HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited through Mr. Guerrier, the Managing Director, to become the general agents in the island of Dominica. And I think since then history has showed that it's been a very successful, long-lasting, fruitful relationship, not for the companies alone, but for the islands that they serve as well.
The general manager of l'Express des Iles himself, Mr. Roland Belmar, once made a comment that this relationship can be compared to a marriage. There's a love story between the two. Dominica cannot do without l'Express des Iles. l'Express des Iles cannot do without Dominica.
In commemoration of the anniversary celebrations, the company continues to give back to communities as well as enhance the capabilities of staff to offer quality service to its customers. This year, they have decided to give back to the community of Dublin.
We are currently in the middle of doing upgrades and renovations to the community playing field and community center at Dublin, the community of Dublin, and everything will culminate in a ribbon cutting ceremony and a celebration of the 30 years of l'Express des Iles being in business at that venue. The first step that they took was l'Express des Iles, that is I'm not sure if many people know this, but the ferry, l'Express des Iles, employs about 14 Dominicans with intentions to hire more. Hired them, trained them, made sure that they are able to function at a high level of productivity as well as being skilled. Part of those workers, I believe it's about 5 or 6 hands, yes, come from the community of Dublin. The date that the anniversary falls, which is July 9th, 2017, is actually the Feast of Dublin. So everything seemed to come together perfectly, which Mr. Belmar was very happy about.
Victor indicated that works are currently ongoing at these venues and regarded this gesture as a token of appreciation to their employees and the community of Dublin. Two prestigious Dominicans who gave their blessings to the launching of l'Express des Iles, the godmothers or marraines, Dame Mary Eugenia Charles, the former Prime Minister of Dominica, and Ophelia Marie, the Grande Dame de Chanson, are also being recognized.
L'Express des Iles has always honored these two particular women. They're, how do I put it, stalwarts, women stalwarts in our history in Dominica, and that is Dame Eugenia Charles and of course our chanteuse Ophelia Marie. So they are being celebrated. As I mentioned, we're doing a 6-part series, press release series, which will give people a little bit of the history of l'Express des Iles, the role l'Express des Iles has played in Dominica and vice versa, to show you how the two of them have that marriage, you know.
That's right.
And basically, we have to recognize the fact that l'Express des Iles chose 2 Dominican women, even though it's a company that's based in Guadeloupe, to represent and be godmothers for their vessels, their very first vessels that were launched.
The Turquoise Express was launched in the Saints, and Ophelia Marie facilitated that launching for that vessel. And the Antilles Express was launched in Dominica and was done by Dame Mary Eugenia Charles. Victor commended Dominicans for their continued support and patronage of l'Express des Iles over the years.
We want to say thank you for the patronage that they have given to l'Express des Iles of Dominica. And if this interview goes to St. Lucia, Guadeloupe, Martinique, je viens bien remercier tous les passagers de l'Express des Iles en Guadeloupe et en Martinique pour le support qu'ils nous ont donné pendant les 30 années.
And stay tuned for more news coming up after the break.